The entertainment world is rocked by stories of Yandy's apparent divorce, Mendeecees' alleged assault, and Tamar Braxton's pregnancy. How did everything fall apart so fast? Is a common question on social media, and fans are stunned by what they're learning. What started off as discreet rumors of a link between Tamar and Mendeecees came into a full-blown crisis that no one could have predicted. People close to the celebs claim that things got out of control once shocking information regarding Tamar's pregnancy surfaced. Rumor has it that Mendeecees' surprising response caused emotional outbursts, furious debates, and even talks about filing a lawsuit. Insiders describe a night of shouting, accusations, and agony so severe that it's hard to determine who the real sufferer is. The internet is shocked that Yandy is purportedly divorcing her husband. Was Tamar really involved in a dangerous love triangle? Was this a worse situation? Or did Mendeecees reach his breaking point? Tonight, we're dissecting everything, from the first rumors about Tamar's secret to the shocking claims that have totally turned 3 lives upside down. Everything is in this story. Heartache, betrayal, and the kind of drama that comes only from the real world. So get some popcorn. Stress started to increase long before anyone realized how unstable the situation would become. People close to Tamar Braxton have been speculating about a secret pregnancy for weeks. What truly surprised everyone, though, was the alleged altercation with Mendeecees. Fans were surprised. As rumors spread on social media, tensions were high and the family was divided. Insiders claim that the night of the alleged incident was turbulent, with voices rising, accusations flying, and emotions on the edge of blowing up. According to sources, Tamar was informed that she would soon become pregnant, which should have led to joy and celebration. However, what followed was everything but joyous. Mendeecees supposedly responded aggressively, and the excitement gave way to fear and perplexity, which led Tamar to take legal action. Friends close to Tamar recalled her trembling hands and tearful eyes as she expressed her fears, while onlookers said the intensity of the argument was almost unbearable to witness. According to reports, tensions within the family were at an all-time high. Neighbors and family members discussed long evenings spent sobbing over the phone and slammed doors, frequent altercations, and quiet conversations. There was a lot of tension, uncertainty, and unspoken anger in the air, according to those who were present. Rumors started to spread as soon as social media users became aware of the problem. As many tried to piece together what had transpired, conflicting versions added layers of complexity to an already explosive event. After being horrified by the claimed assault, Tamar apparently made the difficult decision to join the courts. Her legal team is reportedly gathering evidence, preparing statements, and ensuring that her version of the story is heard. Yandy was reportedly upset to hear of the accusations. She allegedly had a number of contentious discussions with friends and family about the future of her marriage after receiving the news, which was characterized as shocking. She was experiencing intense emotions as she battled betrayal, hurt, and perplexity. Fans were particularly vocal on the internet, with some voicing doubts and others supporting Tamar. Discussion boards were brimming with theories, speculations, and debates about the truth of the accusations and their potential repercussions. Insiders assert that both Tamar and Yandy were overtaken by the public spotlight, despite the fact that cameras, reporters, and social media users followed every sign of unrest. As the dispute progressed, there seemed to be a substantial shift in the relationships within the circle of friends and family. Many who had previously remained neutral found themselves taking sides, giving advice, or distancing themselves entirely in order to avoid becoming collateral damage in the escalating conflict. Private conversations, text messages, and phone conversations reportedly became contentious platforms where allegations and defenses were swiftly exchanged. The claimed incident escalated from being a private concern to a public spectacle, endangering relationships and reputations. Mendeecees is reportedly struggling to respond to the accusations. Sources claim that the man is torn between defending his actions and managing his relationships, legal obligations, and mounting public pressure. He reportedly expressed his frustration and surprise in conversations with close friends as he tried to make sense of what was going on. The news of Tamar's pregnancy and the alleged assault required everyone involved to tread carefully when it came to their emotions. A new level of drama was introduced by the involvement of the court. Legal professionals familiar with previous high-profile instances predict that the proceedings will be difficult, closely monitored, and emotionally taxing for all those involved. They have varied opinions about what justice would entail in such a complex, extensively publicized circumstance. Fans and media sources were prepared to make predictions about possible outcomes. Tamar is reported to have persevered throughout this battle, seeking support from friends and legal counsel while trying to protect her privacy and pregnant child. Friends note that she showed incredible resilience, handling the emotional turmoil with careful planning and strategic decisions. Meanwhile, fan conjecture over the implications for Yandy's marriage, personal life, and the greater community of reality TV stars only increased public attention and her alleged immediate response to the events by leaving the residence. Emotions ran high throughout this intricate structure. The family was divided because of growing tensions and conflicting allegiances that may erupt at any moment. Friends, fans, and media outlets watched in expectation, trying to decipher the smallest clues that might reveal the truth. The pregnancy, the alleged assault, and Yandy's response created an explosive mix of fear, grief, and secrecy. Insiders claim that the night of the incident is being meticulously pieced together, with each detail scrutinized to ensure the story is as accurate as possible given the circumstances. Social media remains a battleground for ideas, speculation, and outrage. As the situation unfolds, discussions are sparked by each new post, comment, and video clip without seeming to slow down. The pregnancy declaration and the alleged attack have drawn attention from fans around the country, turning personal misery into a public spectacle. The scandal's aftermath purportedly had an impact on everyone associated with the parties involved, altering relationships, testing allegiances, and forcing them to make difficult decisions. Everyone involved in this challenging situation is bearing the weight of both public exposure and personal trauma. As a tipping point, fans are closely monitoring Yandy's departure, the pregnancy, and the alleged assault. Insiders claim that every decision made behind closed doors is deliberate. Every remark is well considered, and every move is premeditated to protect one's personal and legal interests. As she navigates the complex intersection of pregnancy, alleged assault, and legal action, she is said to heavily rely on her inner circle, legal counsel, and inner strength. Every day presents new difficulties as the world watches and the story develops. The family is divided, fans are shocked, and emotions are raging. However, Tamar is said to be steadfast in her determination to protect her pregnant child, speak up for her rights, and ensure that her voice is heard amid the chaos around her. The repercussions from these acts continue to dominate discussions in the media, online, and in personal networks. Since Yandy is allegedly moving out, tension just increases. Mendeecees is dealing with legal problems and is ready for the future tomorrow. Everyone involved is reportedly impacted by the incident that has received widespread media attention, and every discussion, phone call, and public appearance bears the consequences of what has transpired. Yandy's reaction, Tamar's pregnancy, and the alleged assault have set the stage for weeks or even months of non-stop drama, speculation, and emotional turmoil. In a story that seems to be getting more complex by the hour, fans keep tabs on every development, evaluate every comment, and eagerly await the next episode. Feelings were running high. Everyone was left wondering what would happen after the family was divided. Sources highlight Tamar's methodical and cautious approach, which blends legal strategy with personal fortitude. Despite being in a difficult and stressful situation as a result of the alleged attack, she is supposedly still focused on defending herself and her child. Even though Yandy's response seems abrupt and dramatic, it really makes the situation more tense, leaving fans and insiders wondering what will happen to their private and public lives going forward. The drama doesn't appear to be winding down, as each new discovery leads to more speculation and research. Fans, friends, and family monitor every decision, every comment, and every move. Insiders claim that tomorrow's pregnancy, Yandy's departure, and the alleged assault signify a turbulent time in the lives of all involved, with long-term repercussions that might take months to manifest. Tamar's courage in coming out has received both acclaim and condemnation, and the night of the alleged assault is still seen as a turning point. The narrative keeps developing in the midst of the chaos, demonstrating the complex interactions of relationships, feelings, and consequences that characterize this tragic situation. The family was split, fans were shocked, and feelings were running hot. The next chapter is set up by the intricate web of court cases, emotional turmoil, and public scrutiny. Every action, reaction, and disclosure that occurs as the first section of this story draws to a close, threatens to intensify the already dramatic drama involving Tamar, Mendeecees, and Yandy. Everyone involved was drawn in as soon as Tamar Braxton's pregnancy and the alleged assault were made public. After the shocking discovery, Tamar reportedly spent hours talking with her legal team and painstakingly documented every detail she could recall from the alleged incident with Mendeecees. Friends said that although she was obviously upset, she remained unwavering in the face of the stakes being greater than before. The unborn kid intensified the urgency of her actions, and the public nature of the drama added to the pressure she was under. However, it seems like Yandy had trouble understanding the material. When the news hit her like a tidal wave, insiders said she was devastated, furious, and betrayed. According to Yandy's close friends, she paces the house, weeps occasionally, and calls family members and advisors to attempt to figure out what to do next. Fans were shocked, emotions were running high, and the family was divided as friendships were tested and allegiances were questioned in unexpected ways. According to sources, the claimed attack night began with a seemingly ordinary conversation that quickly descended into mayhem. Doors slamming, loud shouting, and what seemed like heated disputes echoing through the hallways are all reported by neighbors. Tamar apparently became more anxious even before the altercation reached its peak, since she saw a shift in Mendeecees' behavior, which made her consider filing a lawsuit. Friends claim that she often expressed concerns about her safety and the well-being of her unborn kid, and it was because of these concerns that she finally turned to the court for assistance. As the problem emerged, social media users rapidly became aware of it, searching for clues in each image, story, and post. Conjecture ran wild as followers questioned the truth of the claims, the potential motivations of those involved, and the impact on Yandy and her relationship with Mendeecees. While some questioned the discovery timing and public nature, others commended Tamar for her courage and discernment in pursuing legal action. Sources claim that the media attention simply made everyone's emotional burden worse by forcing them to cope with both personal sorrow and public scrutiny at the same time. As the drama developed, Tamar's legal team reportedly created a ton of supporting documentation. Friends claimed she spent hours reviewing messages, making timetables, and consulting specialists to ensure her assertions were credible and understandable. Insiders claimed that because Tamar was dedicated to protecting her unborn child, she didn't let fear or intimidation stop her from acting morally. Yandy's decision to leave the house further worsened the matter. Insiders claim that she abruptly left, leaving admirers and the media to speculate about her feelings of overwhelm, loneliness, and uncertainty about her future. Conversations with close friends reveal that she considered every possibility, juggling her emotional demands with the public spectacle that had already taken over her existence. As a result of Tamar's departure, Mendeecees had to cope with both the personal damage from her claims and the legal ramifications of the charges. Following the pregnancy declaration and the alleged assault, fans' sentiments were varied. Others expressed astonishment and disbelief since they were unable to reconcile the activities reported to Mendeecees with the public persona they were accustomed to. Others expressed sympathy with Tamar, highlighting the courage required to take legal action in such deeply intimate circumstances. Feelings were running high. The household was divided, and every conversation appeared to exacerbate rather than improve the situation. Mendeecees made an effort to respond in secret by getting in touch with friends and advisors to decide what to do next. Insiders claim that the legal strain, public attention, and potential damage to his relationships overwhelmed him. Due to the alleged assault and the publication of Tamar's information, every choice had significant legal and psychological ramifications. Being pregnant, it appears like Mendeecees and Tamar both focused on the court proceedings. Legal experts say that cases involving pregnancy and claimed assault can be complex, often requiring thorough documentation and overcoming both personal and legal challenges. In order to better comprehend the drama as it unfolded, fans closely monitored statements, court documents, and public appearances. Sources claim that Tamar is notable for her perseverance and methodical approach, which demonstrate her dedication to protecting both herself and her unborn child. Tamar strikes a balance between emotional openness and practical decision-making, according to her close friends. She apparently had to spend long hours worrying, planning, and reflecting, but she never wavered in her pursuit of justice. Meanwhile, as she battled with the fallout for her future emotional suffering and public perception, Yandy's departure brought its own set of difficulties. Reports state that the emotional intensity of the event was unmatched, with each person suffering the consequences of their choices. The pregnancy, Yandy's departure, and the alleged assault created a complicated web of interpersonal dynamics. Family, friends, and supporters closely monitored the issue, debating who was correct, what may happen next, and how it would ultimately be settled. Insiders claim that even seemingly insignificant interactions were closely monitored, with casual comments, social media activity, and body language all being scrutinized for meaning. Tamar is reported to have taken the initiative to ensure her safety, collaborate with legal counsel, and be prepared for anything during this chaos. She prioritized her health and the well-being of her unborn child, while carefully managing public perception and information flow through interactions with close companions. Fans were shocked, the family was divided, and emotions were running high, but Tamar's determination seemed unwavering. However, Yandy's story highlights the psychological toll of managing such a well-reported conflict. Her leaving the residence was reportedly both a personal necessity and a symbolic act, marking a break from the current upheaval and a move away from the main focus of the drama and towards analyzing her emotions. As the story developed, fans and followers engaged in a narrative war on social media, exchanging ideas, analyzing posts, and debating each other's actions. In addition to coping with media attention and fan speculation, acquaintances said she relied on close confidants to help her deal with the stress and uncertainty. Insiders claim that the public nature of the situation magnified every decision, statement, and conversation, making privacy almost increasing the emotional stakes and making it difficult. Mendeecees was reportedly trapped in the midst of a strong storm. Every action was scrutinized because of Tamar's pregnancy, Yandy's departure, and the suspected assault. Every decision had consequences, and every relationship was tested. Sources claim that he struggled to manage the legal, private, and public aspects simultaneously and often turned to friends for guidance and support. The night of the claimed attack, the pregnancy disclosure, and the subsequent events set off weeks of drama, legal fighting, and emotional turmoil. Friends and family reportedly watched with concern, understanding that the situation would impact not only the individuals involved, but also the broader dynamics of their relationships. Fans close